Ridiculous.
On first down, it's Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's good, baby. That's good.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke.
That's why I said don't put all the sugar.
Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Locke. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I'll pull up on the receiver.
That certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
What you talking about? Yeah, just sit it.
3rd and long. It's Locke.
Wear mayonnaise evenly, yo.
And he's got his man Hilton. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
How many you up for, bro? 1, 2. I did that.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off of play action, Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Here we go on 4th. Locke.
Yeah.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back.
All right, bro. Oh, please quit. Please quit. What did I tell him? I need an easy one, String. I need an easy one, String. Can we get an easy one? Yeah. Nah, me and the String trying to get an easy one. Ah, this nigga ain't gonna quit.
Right
he taking out Andrew Luck. That's what he doing. That's what I would do. What y'all think, Shane?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Well, I thought you was Bobby. I just like you.
Here's the 1st carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
Baby.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Damn,
the stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Damn.
This looks like a free play for Prescott.
Free play, damn.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
What the fuck this nigga playing? He got Our safety, toss it to cover 3.
Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Walker in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That's a cover 4. Now he playing the cover 4. Now he playing the cover 4.
For Prescott. Buying time and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And taken right on the 30. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2.
Yeah, that nigga done took, what you call it out and put fucking Bethel for it. That's exactly what it is. Bitch ass. I'll find something. Oh, yeah, he gotta come on. He gonna do something. I don't know what he gonna do, but he gonna do something, my boy.
They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield.
He's scared. That's what it is. Say, sure, I'm trying to get an easy one. They trying to make it hard. We won today, so a nigga could wear a shirt proud. Niggas finally did something.
You can see Indianapolis's offense taking the field again, and their quarterback, Andrew Luck, probably has to be getting some consideration for comeback player of the year, don't you think?
It's the kind of award that he would not like to win, but has a chance to really do it and would deserve it because, remember, he missed most of 2 seasons with a shoulder injury, and now is back playing awfully well. Now, they did have a 4-game losing streak early in the year, okay, and that's probably going to keep them from playoff consideration. But I like what they've been doing lately. The offensive line has really gelled and protected Andrew Luck better than he's seen in a long time. Plus, he got back T.Y. Hilton, so he has some weapons to throw it. They could be pretty dangerous in the second half of the year.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right.
I'm not even playing. He gonna come back out.
And nearly picked off.
Fucking ball.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Here's Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route, He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Dallas getting the ball again here on offense, and the Cowboys haven't been able to build a ton of momentum if you look at their 2018 season as a whole, Charles. In fact, the first 7 weeks before the bye earlier in the year, it was kind of like flipping a coin. It was loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So I don't know what you make of this team.
You would actually expect that coin to come up heads 2 times in a row or tails 2 times in a row, wouldn't you? I think they will see the second half belong to Ezekiel Elliott because the move to get Amari Cooper out wide should open things up a little bit more, and he's such an impact player, and that's how they play best. Him leading, running the football, and establishing the line of scrimmage. And also working in their favor, there's absolutely no one running away with the NFC East.
Yeah, Redskins and Eagles, they're in the mix obviously at the top, but you're right, just above 500. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Yeah.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, 42 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Oh, my goodness, don't let this nigga
Look
go
at the
this
big man
slow-ass
rumble.
fucking tight end.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, 76 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Don't forget about that, nigga.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Prescott looking deep in the direction, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Luck now. Over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Cootie, emoji smirk.
Now Luck.
What's up? What's going on, Smirk?
Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Yeah, that should be making it hard to breathe.
On first down, Luck. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now we won't see a play.
I be you sexy LOL.
Instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Going, bro.
One receiver left is Hilton. Throwing is Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
What did you say? I just heard what's good.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
He's stupid. I thought you said it was
this
good.
Fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You see how I got my whole screen back?
A second down throw for Prescott.
I'll start listening.
And he rifles one incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Luck on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Doyle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Margus Hunt breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And some room to roam now. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 94 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now a first down throw. Luck being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Luck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Back to throw. Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 44 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Good luck, bro.
of the gun, Luck. Ebron caught left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Here's Luck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second down, Prescott again. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Second down, Prescott. Zeke with a shake and bake. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. A first down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags.
What you say, bro? Yeah, alright. Hmm? No, really, everything's pretty much. Go ahead and do what you do. Mm-hmm.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Sup, man?
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Losing these motherfucking games right now, what a badass
And a
streak.
big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run with Miller. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Miller. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A first down carry now for Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They're losing yardage back near the 40 at the...
Oh, that's Luca Bossi. He found me on... He was on Game Madden. And that nigga found me on here. On my other stream.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Griffin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. action for Miller. Now Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson.
Damn.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Whitney merciless. In there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Prescott from the gun. Airing it out for Hearns. Push. It got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. To throw is Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 39 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
My ass was about the Texans now, bro. Bro, that whole division gonna beat me, bro.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
I'm against the division right now, bro. Houston,
and they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Houston Texans, Charles, they had that 0-3 start, and then they got hot. And I don't know, maybe it's because of that slow start. Is that why we're not hearing as much about them as a contender this year?
I think that is a huge part of it. In addition, Kansas City's been so exciting and winning a lot of games. New England is New England, and they play high-profile games and win them. The Chargers, they've been on the scene a little bit because Philip Rivers is so recognizable. And, of course, Pittsburgh now getting back in form. So you're right. When they were 0-3, they were pretty much buried. But remember what their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, said at that time. We're going to get this thing right. Don't jump on the bandwagon then Jump on it now because we're going to be pretty darn good. And he was so correct.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he finds his man, Griffin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got some space here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Watson on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, 27 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. Now Watson. That is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ghetto birds.
First down, Prescott. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cook. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play here for the Cowboys. 45 yards. Prescott on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Watson. He
Oh,
rifles one that's
I needed
intercepted.
that.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Black Friday purchases.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You hear me, brother?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson.
Nigga
It's
taking
complete
these
on
Black
the bubble
Friday
screen.
purchases
That's Fuller.
for wheat.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over.
They
We
broke
are ready
don't
for
mean they
quarter
suck.
number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Real talk. Don't
And how
need
about
why
this
rush
right out of the
into it.
locker room? An onside kick attempt. Oh, and the Cowboys.
Oh, onside kick, bro. I ain't mastered it yet, bro.
They got the lead,
I
and
can
they
at least
decided
say
to
I
keep
done
their foot
got
on
at
the
least like
accelerator, so to speak.
eight
Scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of
I'll be
scrimmage.
sneaking them hoes.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach
Especially if I'm playing a nigga that's just outright going down the field already,
to make the
nigga.
stop
I'll
before
take
it
a
turns
little.
into something big.
Prescott
That nigga
now on
already
second
scored,
down.
nigga. What you got
Flushed
to
out
lose?
right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I want to switch gears, Charles, and get your favorite play of the year so far. Look, I know we don't have a Minnesota miracle like we saw at the end of last season, but what's been the one that's caught your attention the most?
Well, wouldn't Linval Joseph picking up a fumble against Philadelphia and bringing it all the way back count as a Minnesota miracle?
That would, the earth shaker.
That's a lot of man carrying the football, and he got all the way to the end zone. Oxygen. Oxygen. What a great play there. How about Graham Gano finishing off the New York Giants with a 63-yard field goal at the buzzer for Carolina? That was spectacular. I thought the triple reverse by Carolina against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was something that Curtis Samuel, how far did he run? 160 yards or so in order to make that play work? Ends up as a touchdown. And just because we have to say Patrick Mahomes, it's a left-handed pass he threw earlier this year.
Oh, yeah, against Denver. And that's just kind of a microcosm of the season that he's had. He's been so magical to watch.
Just had to say Patrick Mahomes, had to get something in for him because exactly what she said.
Here's Watson on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Griffin. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet.
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And this one through the uprights and good. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott now. Dancing to his left. He finds Hearns left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Whitney Merciless in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Watson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A give to Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He's back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Question is, are you going?
Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
I'm trying to do as we speak.
Back to throw.
So
and this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll try and run it in.
Oh, he ain't get it.
And he's not going to get
and
there.
He caught a timeout
the defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You do the math.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they will take a knee here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
What is it? I think 6 seconds
The Cowboys
left.
on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Nah, it's going to be 3 seconds left, and I'm going to kick this bitch. I'm going to kick this punt all the way up and out of bounds.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As he should be able to pin him
It's like
back
a
deep here with his first punt.
3-second difference.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this
2,
is sent away.
1. All right, we got to tackle this nigga. Boom, it's over. Shit.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a
Jason
spectacular
Garrett
finish.
clapping and shit. Shit, 21 wins. I went on a 7-game slot. Shit. Seven games. Slide book, boy. I need to shoot off right here. How much time you got left?
We can start doing.
Huh?
We can start just do a poll. The latest set deadline. Start starting and finishing on stuff.
Are you putting top coat on?
Not yet. I'm ready to put on
Oh, the polish.
polishing.
You don't gotta rush it. Just saying. Fuck. Like I have corn dog. I had a corn dog today.
You said what?
I said I had like a corn dog today.
You start eating more than one time?
Huh?
You gotta start eating more than one time.
I usually do, but that's all I ate.
Yeah, because last week you was like, all I ate was such and such. And I was like, why y'all
I'm
think
pretty
like
sure
that?
I was doing something.
You what?
I said I'm pretty sure I was doing something.
Hey, yeah.
No.
I was on the phone with you that day too, so. Okay. I was just making sure.
All I know is I'm hungry.
What? What you say?
I said all I know is I'm hungry.
I said shit on the phone. I just said, I just want you to understand that you still do this shit. Like, you see what I'm doing? I just told you the plan. What was finna happen. And the paint just let this shit dry, and I'll go ahead and do that. I'll fucking put the top coat and everything else on in a second after I'm done. You don't listen.
So
So,
when you hungry, what I do? I'm not saying right now, baby. We just having a discussion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to go over it. I gotta go over it like 2 more times.
Okay, I get what
If
you're
I would
saying.
have had, like, I was gonna do it like this with Hakeem,
Yeah.
like that, but
Yeah.
I fuck it up.
It still look, that's what I'm saying. If you just paint it enough where it's there, it actually give you a cotton candy type. I don't know if that's what you want.
No, I just want to do over the touch.
Friday, what you looking like, man? Bro, I'm finna play 10 more.
That's the best shot.
10 more, bro. You ready? You get the lighter better. What you want?
Can you just flip them out? Sorry.
Huh?
Just flip them over.
What you mean?
I'm about to try I'm about to do this, so.
You got to this blunt, at least.
I'm just about to go ahead and.
You can just wait till this blunt is over with. Just try to get as far as you can.
I'm just gonna try to let it dry as much as I can before I go to bed.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right,
Oh,
Coach,
yeah,
from
I
one of the
get what
loudest
you're saying.
venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
Everything already behind.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
So the only reason why I'm trying to get them,
And a
it's
fair
already
catch signaled
fixed. We
for
already
and
know
taken
it's fixed.
successfully.
It's already happened.
That's 7.5 hours.
I feel you, but like you said, when we get our schedule to go, so we're gonna start taking this shit off at 3. Going sleep
On
at 3.
first down, Mahomes.
So we get our shit done during the day.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. D. Ford in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. That electric Kansas City offense takes the field again, and a lot of the talk this year, understandably, has been about Patrick Mahomes, but really, this is just a fun team to follow, is it not?
It really is, and when you think about their head coach, Andy Reid, and his ability to adapt to the talent he has, adapt to how they play football in 2018, actually.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's it? Okay.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run it down for a loss of about 20 yards. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time they were very fortunate this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Yeah, of course.
And he'll have it past.
But that's my problem. I've been losing 3 to 6, 10
give
to
him a
8,
gain of 37.
5 to
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
High scoring now, I'm losing. It's shit that nobody scores to the third quarter type shit.
Eluding the pressure right. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Especially when they nobody
From the red
scores.
zone now, Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The give is to Elliott. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 22 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. He got 29 yards that time. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes to throw once more. Being chased, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
Ooh.
And he is all the way up past the 25. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Flushed out right. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Ooh, I know you hip at looking up radio stations.
Prescott on first down. Forced out to his left. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And it's second down.
You know, Charles, it is hard to believe that we are sitting on the doorstep of Thanksgiving week. Already that time of year, but it always gives us good football. One of the games on Thanksgiving,
it's 12
Chicago and Detroit, that'll get the party started at 12:30 Eastern.
And a big loss here.
I mean, it's 1 in Atlanta, so it's 12 here.
A minute 57 to go in this first half.
Yeah, I think they play in Atlanta.
After this, they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Yeah, I'll be able to see really everything.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
What they say, nigga, know what he know by then.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City.
Yep.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. That's taken on the 25. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into
third
play.
quarter.
How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On that incompletion, I'm just glancing down at the Week 11 slate. Pretty big game in Seattle, Green Bay at the Seahawks. 2 teams, of course, that met in the NFC title game a few years back.
Yeah, and at this point of the year, both teams have not had the success that they've wanted, but they're both led by elite quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, Russell Wilson in Seattle. No doubt about it, this has to be a must-win game for both of these squads.
Yeah, and both of those quarterbacks know that. They're going to have their teams fired up and ready to go. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Kind of glad that ball hit the ground because I wanted to ask you about second-half resurgences in the NFL season. Last year we saw a pretty good one from San Francisco. Who is a team or two that you could see making a push, not necessarily for the playoffs, but just finishing strong?
I think San Francisco is a candidate for it because I think their defense continues to get better. They get nice pressure inside from DeForest Buckner. And I think on offense, whether it's C.J. Beathard or Nick Mullins, who was quite the revelation.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he completes it to Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Mahomes now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, oftentimes when we get a chance to talk league-wide, we go offensive. We don't get a lot of defensive talk. But let's talk about some young rookies. I know you've told me Darius Leonard of the Colts has really impressed you.
He certainly has. He's impressed the entire league. I mean, at times he approaches 20 tackles a game. Sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, out of South Carolina State. So you don't think about him, but you should. Derwin James with the Chargers, been as good as advertised at the safety position. Jair Alexander, the corner from Green Bay, missed a couple of games early in the season, but he got the attention of the New England Patriots brass before they played. They were really impressed with him. But Bradley Chubb is doing exactly what we thought he would do, chasing down quarterbacks. And Dante Action Jackson out of LSU with Carolina really knows how to ball hawk and take the ball out of the air and take it the other way.
Well, you were ready for that. That's a good list of defensive rookies right there. Mahomes now to throw, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Slow.
And again, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A second down throw for Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pick.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Going down.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are in for 6. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Taco Charlton coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Z.
On 1st down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
What's up, baby? Huh? What happened? What happened?
They go to Elliott again. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on.
Oh, yeah, Elliott!
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, bro. My nigga gotta be gone. Bro. Woo! Stop that nigga. Facing. I think they could. Yeah, I think they could. What you say, buddy? the fuck? Come on, capitalize, bro.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
Everybody want to be a
On the field now
motherfucking
as they
Ram.
will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back
You
here.
hear
This
me,
will be a
bro?
touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Say everybody want to be a Ram or a Chief. For real, nigga, almost forget it's 32 teams in football.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A handoff left, Elliott. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after. And he will take it in
Can't stop my
for a
nigga
Cowboy
Zeke.
score.
Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now, the Los Angeles Rams, they continue to be a great story this season. A solid, solid team. That wonderful start, although they did lose Week 9, obviously, to New Orleans. So the 72 Dolphins celebrated again.
Yeah, they got a chance to hug it out and still be the last team to go undefeated in modern football. 17-0 that team was, but let's face it, no one shedding.
It's caught inside the 25. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 64 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taking... at the 20. And out now come the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he can take his first step. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third down, Elliott. And he spins through. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, it's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one out just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Then he finds Beasley complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Ndamukong Suh breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling.
It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. From the red zone now, Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Taco Charlton able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Third and long. It's Goff. Flush to his right.
I'm still here.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Boy.
Robert Woods, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Boy.
And he'll bang that one through.
Boy.
Zerline out now to kick this one away.
DGB said, bro, fuck with me no more.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right. He tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Second and 10, Goff again. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On first and 10, Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Now a first down throw. Goff eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Just beating the play clock is Goff. Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. From the gun on third down, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. A shotgun snap for Goff. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
22 there.
On second down, here's Goff. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Goff. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. On second down, Prescott again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Prescott on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Final play of the half, Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that? He's got a man complete. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Prescott now on second down. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Goff on first down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. To the air again, Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Throwing on third, Goff. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On fourth down, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reynolds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Now Goff on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the two.